Good day guys, Shizuka here. I want to give you guys a warm welcome to my YouTube channel. This is the first ever video that I'm doing, and if you guys have any feedback or comments that you guys want to post in the comment section, feel free to do so. I'll read all the comments and I'll make an attempt to improve the quality of the videos as time goes on. I also want to give a big shout out to Sneaky Snake. He gave me a lot of good tips to help me really kickstart this YouTube channel and help me get a good base on what I need to do to get started with this. I also want to thank Storos Voiganevny for sending in this replay. He plays on the EU server mainly, but this is on his NA account, and he is playing the Tier 10 USN Heavy Cruiser, the Des Moines. Now, over the course of this replay, Storo is going to showcase to us a lot of the great strengths that this ship has. The first strength that we can go over as he's getting set up in the middle of Atlantic, in between the A and the B cap, is the guns. Now, the guns for its tier are the fastest firing 203mm guns, with a base reload of 5.5 seconds, which gives it an HE DPM of 275,000. Which can be further improved if you add the reload mod. With the reload mod, you can reach sub 5-second reload on 203mm guns, which is actually quite insane when you think about it. Now, Storo's build does not include the reload mod, it actually includes the legendary mod, which increases the acceleration of the ship, and if you combine it with the acceleration mod in slot 4, you will be able to reach insane amounts of acceleration. Now, let's hold that thought for a second. We talked about the HE. Now let's look at a live demonstration of the AP performance. Now, the Des Moines AP is very special, and it's very special because it has improved penetration angles. So we see here the Minotaur, he went down to about 34 degrees of angle as he starts turning out against a Des Moines, which I have no reason why he would do so, and he's smoking up as if that would help, but at these steep angles, many other cruisers will bounce on a cruiser like the Minotaur. However, the Des Moines will Citadel that all day, as this Minotaur is finding out the hard way. And 7 Citadels now we're on. 8 Citadels later, Storo picks up 60,000 damage, the kill on the Tier 10 British cruiser, as well as the first blood achievement as he snuggles in nicely behind this island to start HE firing the Grosser Kurfürst. Now, gets a nice fire there, that's some nice damage going. As this Grosser Kurfürst gets closer to the island, Storo won't be able to get shots on him, so he'll have to think about how he wants to move. It looks like the enemy hasn't sent anybody to A-cap, so that's going to be a free take for his team, as they have a Montana Kurfürst as well as a Gearing heading over there. Meanwhile, on the C cap, we can see a majority of the enemy team has gone there. We can see a Kurfürst, a Thunderer, Montana, Hindenburg, as well as a Zao, just kind of tucked in there behind that island, behind C, and we have a Gearing within the cap, so it looks like they've elected to send a majority of their forces there, whereas Storo's team has decided to play both sides of the map. Storo here, he's hydroed by the Kurfürst. He wants to play very carefully here, because Storo's armor on the bow and the stern is 27mm, which is good for tanking 380mm AP. However, the Kurfürst has 406mm guns, so his AP will be able to overmatch his bow and do tons and tons of damage. So Storo wants to play really carefully here as he creeps forward. Ultimately, he's trying to use the island to isolate a 1v1 engagement with any one of these ships, and it looks like it might be, yep, this Des Moines right here that he's going to try and isolate. This Des Moines is not in a good position. Now, he's not in a good position because he is taking on multiple ships at once. He's taking on a Minotaur, he's taking on a Henry, a Grosser Kurfürst, as well as Storo. Storo is going to pull forward here in just a second, and he will start to do copious amounts of damage to this Des Moines here with the support of his team. Now, you'll notice here that Storo still has the AP loaded, even though the Des Moines is bow in. This is because the Des Moines has very weak turret armor. So if you spam enough AP at the Des Moines turrets, you will be able to get some sweet in caps and disable those turrets. And here we see, yep, shells landing perfectly on that first turret, and there is Storo's first in cap. So, this is one of the main reasons why you want preventative maintenance on your Des Moines. In terms of builds, Storo's build, I will link that in the description box below, so check that out. As Storo gets his second in cap on that Des Moines, and he is not in a good place, Storo switches to the HE, and this guy's making a turn, so he is going to swap over to the AP. Storo himself, he gives a little bit too much angle, and even just with that one turret, the enemy Des Moines does 11k to him. Storo in return does 2 Citadels and picks up the kill on that tier 10 USN heavy cruiser. While Storo turns the corner and he's faced with another Des Moines, and that is one of the weird ways to get a Citadel. If you guys, I've never gotten a Citadel like that, but if you guys have an explanation for that, post it in the comment section as well. So, Storo's team here swiftly takes care of all the ships on the A cap. They've taken out 4 ships and have only lost 1, which is Z-52 that was contesting C cap. And at this point, we see Storo here. He's spotted as he goes into the B cap. And again, this demonstrates another one of the strengths that the Des Moines has, which is its consumable set. Storo has Hydro, and he pops his radar here as the tier 10 French destroyer, the Kleber, pops up. Now, the Kleber, with these USN arcs, it's a pretty hard target to hit because it has a max speed of 50 knots. However, with this DPM, you will be able to shoot and adjust your aim, and here we can see the shells falling. Looks like they might miss. Nope! Detonation, Dev Strike on that tier 10 French destroyer, and Storo sends him back to port with 10 detonation flags in hand, and this is just a stomp right here. Storo right now, he is on 228,000 damage off of 13 Citadels, 103 shell hits, 1 fire, and 3 kills with the First Blood and Devastating Strike award. Now, at this point, our friendly Montana goes down, and we see there are 7 ships left on the enemy team. Now, at this point in the game, there's not really any wrong play to make. If you want to maximize your damage, personally, I'd say you should go south and farm battleships. However, Storo here is going to go after the cruisers, and that's not necessarily a bad move to make either. We see all those battleships over there, they're playing really passive, and perhaps the game ends before Storo is able to go over there and get into a nice position to farm all of them. So here we see Storo's targeted by 2. It looks like the Zhao is going to start firing on him. Yep, as his incoming fire alert pops off, and even at these ranges of 13 kilometers, 12 kilometers, the Des Moines AP is able to Citadel cruisers at these ranges, and that is due to the incredible pen that this AP has. Although the shell arcs look quite lazy, this AP has great pen at these longer ranges. So 13, 12 kilometers, this AP is quite usable as Storo corrects his aim and is rewarded with a Citadel. Now, this is out here, he's on 25k health, and just look how fast he's going to melt. So, he's unspotted now. He's been unspotted on 25k health, but the DPM just allows for so many shells in the air, and even after the Zhao goes unspotted, Storo is able to pick up 2 Citadels and a bunch of pens to pick up the kill on that tier 10 Japanese heavy cruiser, as Storo turns his attention now to the Hindenburg. Yes, the Des Moines AP can even Citadel Hindenburg at these kind of ranges. Now, the longer the range, you will probably only be able to get pen damage because of the turtleback armor. I'm not sure of the armor scheme, so if you guys know more about that, feel free to correct me. Once Storo starts correcting the range to around 10 kilometers, we see 5 Citadels, and boom, Storo is able to get the kill on that for the Kraken Unleashed award. And here we see, is it going to be the double strike? Let's see. And nope. For the life of me, I won't understand how unsaturated bow, and he leaves him on 900 health as Storo, the shells fall in. Storo picks up his 6th kill of the game, and he points out the enemy team. Final results, Storo was able to get 215,000 damage, 6 kills, and a whopping 20 Citadels.